So, when's this paper on Harmony's history due for school?
Not till next week. But we're gonna be lucky if we get this in on time. I'm having a little trouble concentrating.
Me too. You know, I'd rather be doing a paper on you.
Yeah, well, I definitely give you an A.
Don't even make a decent cup of tea, let alone tell me how to get that pendant back. And without it, evil Charity holds all the cards, Timmy. And she hasn't exactly taken a shine to us, in case you haven't noticed. What are you doing?
Jimmy was just ordering some supplies from the store.
Well, you might have asked me first. You know, we're down to our last few dollars. It had better be important.
It was an emergency. Jimmy needed limes, lemons, cherries, and those little umbrellas.
You mean you've committed what little money we have left in the world to Martimi ingredients?
But life isn't worth living without Martimis.
Without that pendant back, you and I aren't going to be around long enough to drink your wretched Martimis.
I'm not going to lie to you, Sheridan. I never told anyone that I was using you.
I heard you say it, Luis. I was standing right there.
You better hope that Luis and Sheridan don't figure out how we set them up using the Luis double.
You mustn't think the worst, Father.
Oh, that's not the worst, Julian. The worst is when they join forces and dig up all the old Crane dirty laundry.
Now, that cannot happen. I am not going to prison.
Well, then I suggest you do something to stop it. Now, Julian.
You know, maybe it'd be smarter to lie to you right now. To tell you that it was me you heard. But God help me, Sheridan. You know, if we're ever going to have anything real, I got to be straight with you. It wasn't me. Right? I didn't say those things. Look, you got to believe me.
I can't let this go on. I have to tell Gwen.
Ethan, what's up, yo?
Chad, what are you doing here?
Hey, man. Well, you know what? I think we better finalize the music for this wedding, you know? Got the list right here.
The music?
Yeah. Yeah, the big day is almost here.
Chad, there's not going to be any big day.
You know, I am so glad you finally made up your mind. So, what did Gwen say when you told her that you love Teresa?
Now, that's the thing. Haven't told her yet.
This is great. This is gorgeous.
All right. All right, here comes the prediction.
You have to pull a ribbon out of the bouquet and hope that it's a really long one.
I know. The length of the ribbon will tell me how long my marriage to Ethan will be.
Oh, yeah, do it.
It's really
Come on,
freaky
close your eyes.
how accurate this is. I've never seen it fail.
Well, I know that my happiness with Ethan will be forever, but here goes.
Okay.
Oh my God.
How did that happen?
Oh my,
I've never seen this before.
This is terrible.
Awful. Poor Gwynnie.
That's the shortest ribbon on the hat.
It's got to be a mistake. Try again.
You can't do that, Muffy. You only get one chance. But don't worry, Gwen. It's just a silly old tradition.
I know that's silly. I was just pretending to be upset to humor all of you. I never believed in this sort of thing anyway.
And neither do I. It's totally prep school.
I mean, obviously, Ethan loves me just as much as I love him. I mean, Teresa, you know, you're my maid of honor. You've seen how much my darling loves me. Tell the girls, Ethan and I are destined for a lifetime of true love and happiness.
I would hold the hand of the one who could lead me places, and kiss the lips of the one who could sing so sweet. And I would fly on the wings of a bird I knew could take me higher. Breathe in, breathe out. You keep me alive. You are the fire burning inside of me. You are my passion for life.
Teresa, consider it your first official act as my maid of honor. Tell the girls that Ethan and I are destined to spend eternity together as man and wife.
I know Ethan loves you, Gwen. I mean, he's told me that.
Teresa doesn't have to sign an affidavit. Nobody doubts Ethan's adoration for you in the least, Gwenny.
Of course not. You and Ethan were voted the couple most likely to stay together forever at all your coming out parties.
Exactly. Why on earth would he leave you for another woman?
Well, all right, so you don't believe we're doomed. But who said anything about another woman?
That's why men usually leave their wives, isn't it? But don't worry, Ethan's not like those other beasts. We hate to admit it, but out of all of our catches, you definitely win first prize.
And just for that, you're all invited to our 50th wedding anniversary. Whitney! Whitney, Teresa didn't tell me you were here.
I didn't know.
Whitney, these are my best girlfriends from school. This is Whitney Russell, Teresa's very good friend. Whitney, this is Shannon and Muffy and Robin. This is Bunny and Squeaky and Buffy. Please join us.
Oh, I can't, even though I would really love to. But I'm here to watch a tennis match. But can I steal Teresa for 2 seconds?
Sure, of course. Just don't keep my maid of honor too long.
Oh, never.
I know what this looks like.
No, I don't think you do, Teresa. What are you doing here with Gwen and the singing chipmunks?
They threw Gwen a bridal shower and they wanted me to be a part of it.
So I take it Ethan is still going through with the wedding.
Oh, that's the amazing thing. Ethan decided that he loves me so much that he can't marry Gwen. He's calling off the wedding.
Oh my goodness.
Gee, Teresa, for some reason, I'm not buying that.
He just hasn't had a chance to tell her yet.
Teresa, give me a break, okay? Ethan is about to drop a bomb on Gwen, which is you. And you're sitting here opening bridal shower presents with Gwen. You have got to get out of here before she finds out that you have stolen her fiancé.
What did you just say?
If I just would have listened to you, none of this would have gotten out of hand.
Listen, man, don't beat yourself up, all right? You just have to come into it your own time and in your own way.
Yeah, but Gwen doesn't even have any idea that I'm calling off the wedding.
Why haven't you told her yet?
Because every time I try, something happens. I mean, just this morning, I was about to tell her again when a bunch of her sorority sisters showed up to throw her a bridal shower. I couldn't embarrass her in front of them.
Oh, so she's going to be less embarrassed if you wait. Either way you cut it, man, she's going to be hurt.
How am I supposed to explain it to her when I don't even understand it myself?
Look, man, you just got to be straight up with her. You just got to tell her that you realized that you love Teresa.
Oh, what? That after years of Gwen and me planning our future together, one day I walk into the hospital, think that Teresa might die, freak out, and realize that I love her?
Okay. Yeah, so it sounds a little lame, but...
Yeah, well, since when does loving someone have to cause so much pain and hurt?
You're asking the wrong dude on that one.
This is like some sick joke. You know, in order for me to be true to my feelings, the one woman I've loved my entire life is going to be devastated. And Chad, how the hell am I going to do this?
I don't know, man. You just got to do it. And if I was you, I'd get it over with sooner than later.
I want to believe you, Luis. So much.
I
I need to speak to you right away, Sheridan.
I'm in the middle of a private conversation, Julian.
Julian, didn't you hear what your sister said earlier?
Yes.
She said she wanted to speak to me alone.
That will have to wait. Come, Sheridan.
This had better be important, Julian.
It is. Now, I know you think you need to speak with Luis, but as your brother, I cannot stand by and watch you sabotage yourself yet again.
That's not what I'm doing. Luis and I are trying to clear the air.
You mean you're trying to find a way to let him off the hook for his abominable behavior? He admitted he was using you.
He claims that he never said those things.
You saw him, Sheridan. You heard him. And you know that if he denies if it ever happened, he is lying. Now, is that the sort of man you want to form a relationship with? I hope not. I had such high aspirations for my sister.
Yeah, Lopez for sure. What's up, Hank? No, nothing settled. It's not gonna be until Julian quits butting in. Yeah, well, the hell of it is that, we might have a chance if I just lie to her and tell her that I was using her a few months back. Of course I never said that. I would never use Sheridan. Never. I gotta go.
Come on, let's get out of here and take a walk.
Yeah, well, not with him.
No, of course not. Just the two of us. I can't take this not knowing one more minute. I've got to figure out what to believe.
Hey, check out the names of Harmony's original settlers.
Wow. Tabitha Lennox. It looks like there's been a Tabitha Lennox living in Harmony ever since the town was first founded.
They must have kept passing down the name.
Yeah. We should ask her about it. I'd kind of like to know about her family history.
Pay $5 extra because you had all this stuff delivered.
Don't be mad, Princess. Just let Timmy make you a nice, soothing martini to calm your nerves.
The only thing that's going to calm my nerves is to get that pendant back. Otherwise, this might be the last martini you ever enjoy.
Oh, but what a way to go.
Come on. At my bridal shower. Sounded as if you two were talking about someone stealing something.
That's right. Whitney was just telling me that someone stole a tennis racket out of her locker.
What? Here at the club? God, what is the world coming to?
I know.
Well, I better get back to my girls. Bye.
Bye. Was that close enough for you, Teresa? Look, you've got to get out of here right now.
Whitney, I can't just walk out in the middle of Gwen's bridal shower. It'll look suspicious.
I really don't think they're going to notice. They seem pretty wrapped up in what they're doing to me.
I know. You should see the bizarre things rich girls do at bridal showers.
If I were you, I would not be so quick to toss around that word bizarre. How do you get yourself in these situations, Teresa?
Don't ask. It just happens. It's almost like God puts obstacles in my path to test my love for Ethan. Only I never let anything stop me. And now I am bound to reap the rewards of my persistence.
Look, I hate to always be the one to have to bring this up to you, but you have one major obstacle, and that is Gwen. Look, she might be all smiles right now, but when she gets the news, her claws are going to come out, Teresa. And those are a lot of claws.
What am I supposed to do? Ethan's already made up his mind that that's the only fair thing to do. And, I feel bad for Gwen. But I feel even worse for Ethan. Once he's dealt with Gwen, he has to tell his family, too.
Yeah, and they're going to lose it.
I am sure they will at first. But once they realize how happy I can make Ethan, it'll be okay. And soon, I will be the one engaged to marry Ethan. I will be the one wearing the family pearls.
Has Ethan said anything about marrying you?
No. But I am sure once he breaks it off with Gwen, he will propose to me first thing.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. You sound so convincing, but I know what I heard, and I've been lied to by so many men before.
Yeah, but I'm not like them, Sheridan.
How do I know that?
Look, we've known each other for a while, right? And we've been through, more than our share of tough times. But we've also had some good times. Some of those times were so good that the rest of my life just pales in comparison. In all those times, right? Have you ever seen or heard me act like money was a be-all and end-all? Except for wanting to have enough to take care of my family.
No.
Right, and have you ever seen me lusting after an expensive car, or dying to go to the hottest, trendiest restaurant, or drooling over the big house on the hill?
One of the best times we ever had together was when you took me to that pool hall downtown.
That's right. Because that's the kind of guy I am. For better or for worse. Just a pool hall kind of guy. And it'd be stupid for me to try and be someone else, because I'd be lousy at it. Yeah, so you tell me why I'd suddenly spout off to someone on the phone about using you because you're a rich crane. It just doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense. It's just that...
Right. Because that's what you heard.
Look, I don't like going around and around in circles. But how can I forget what I heard? I'll never forget how it made me feel. That was like a knife in my heart.
Look at me, right? Look into my eyes. Come on, tell me what you see. You see a liar? You see someone who's telling you the truth.
Oh, you've outdone yourself this time, Tim Tim.
Hey! It's Timmy's princess. The one and only. No matter how many checks she bounces.
Oh, Timmy, how did we sink so low? I could always use my powers to get cash when I needed it, but now, thanks to our fair-weather friends in the basement, we could starve.
Oh, no. That's why Timmy ordered the extra cherries.
Ah, my dear little doll face. You know nothing of the harsh realities of life, do you? The cruel truth is that without my powers, we are goners. Our only hope is to get that pendant back. Otherwise, we might as well start writing our own epitaphs. Cheers.
Do you honestly believe that I'm lying to you?
I don't know what to believe anymore. I don't trust myself to know when someone's being honest with me and when they're not.
Even me.
Even you.
Well, what more can I do then? What more can I say?
Look, it's not like I can help it. Just as you have to be yourself, so do I. And I'm just a product of all my experiences.
All right, so let me get this straight then. Just because every other guy that you've gone out with turned out to be a creep, that means that I must be?
No, that's not what I'm saying. All I meant was that if I'm ever going to find happiness with a man, then I have to know beyond a shadow of a doubt that he's being true to me. No matter how many mistakes he's made, just so long as he's honest.
That's fair.
I grew up in a house where nobody told the truth. Nobody said what they were really feeling. Maybe that's why I've never been able to judge what's sincere and what's not. Who to believe and who's lying.
Sounds terrible.
Look, I'm not trying to feel sorry for myself. I just want you to understand.
'Cause my house was the exact opposite. Yeah, we didn't have a lot of material things growing up, especially after my father disappeared, but we were taught that the truth wasn't negotiable.
I can't even imagine.
Yeah. Sounds great, doesn't it? Except for now, it seems like the golden rule is what's getting us into trouble.
Luis, you can't blame what's going on between us on telling the truth.
I'm not. I think there's one problem and one problem only. Your brother, Julian.
What the devil is Luis blaming me for now?
Well, you better hope he hasn't figured out what we did, Julian.
But it was your idea to make the Luis mask, and it was your script the Luis imposter memorized and spoke into the phone, Father.
Ah, but you're there and I'm here. Face it, Julian, you've never been all that big an asset to me, but you'll make a marvelous scapegoat.
I'm gonna tell Gwen that I'm calling off the wedding when I can get her away from all her friends.
All right. Well, good luck, man. And I mean that.
Thanks. But Chad, so what's the story with you?
Nothing much. I mean, got booted out my crib. Had to find a new place to crash. That's about it.
No, I'm not talking about apartments, and you know it. I'm talking about our deal, Chad. I tell Teresa my feelings, you tell Whitney. So did you tell her you loved her?
No. And if I was you, I would not hold my breath.
We had a pact, man.
Look, man, just back up off me, all right? You knew going in that Teresa loved you, all right? With Whitney, it's a whole nother case. There's no way I'm down for her rejection.
Well, who says she'd reject you? Chad, I've seen the way she looks at you.
Yeah, well, not lately. Look, trust me, man, all right? Last time I checked, the daggers in her eyes had cut me to pieces.
Well, why? What happened?
I have no idea, man. She just turned on a dime. Iced me so bad I needed extra covers last night, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but that's okay, man. You know, no gain, no loss, you know? I mean, I'm just gonna stick around here to find out what I originally came here for in the first place. That's to find out the names of my real parents. As far as I'm concerned, I never heard of no Whitney Russell.
You'll see. Once Ethan settles things with Gwen, we'll start making plans for our future. I mean, just think. By this time next year, I could be married to Ethan. Maybe we could even have a double wedding.
Yeah, and my groom would be who?
Chad. You promised me you would tell Chad how you felt about him.
And I am so glad that I didn't, Teresa. I found out that he is not who we thought he was at all.
What do you mean?
He did something that's just so low. You know, I don't even want to talk about it, Teresa.
Whitney, everybody makes mistakes. I mean, doesn't he deserve a second chance?
If you knew what he did, you would not even be asking me that. I don't even know how I'm going to deal with him living over my garage.
What? When did this happen?
Well, it happened today, and I couldn't even say anything because I'm the one that got him kicked out of his apartment in the first place.
Maybe your subconscious wanted him nearby.
No, Teresa, not a chance, okay? But look, the worst part about it is that the wall to his apartment is connected to my bedroom wall. And he's so close, I can practically hear his heart beating.
Whitney, whatever you think he did, he still gets to you. I just hope you realize it more quickly than Ethan realized he was in love with me.
Jimmy's gonna rummage around the attic, see if there's something he can pawn for a little moolah.
Whatever. Oh, there must be something in here I can use to diffuse the pendant's power. What's this? Burn, bubble, and boil. A pendant you will foil. Make a chowder of turtle powder. Oh, really, as if I've got time to cook a turtle. Come, little pendant. Come to Mama. Pathetic. I can't even get a little pendant to levitate across the yard. Stronger measures are called for.
What's Louis saying now? Does he know about the mask we made up of his face?
Look, I can't hear a thing if you keep barking at me.
Yeah, every time that your brother gets 2 minutes alone with you, he close up on me, Sheridan. Now, you can't listen to him. It's no secret how he feels about me.
Look, don't blame Julian. He's only warning me because he's concerned. Besides, I make up my own mind about things.
I'm not so sure. You see, if you weren't in the picture, I think you'd be thinking with your heart. And then you'd know that I never even once thought of using you.
I think we're okay, Father. He doesn't know a thing about the mask.
Look, I am the first person to admit that my brother can be difficult. But I am my own woman. Julian does not tell me what to think. He just simply reminded me to trust what I saw and heard.
In other words, don't trust me.
Julian's not the only person who warned me to not get involved with you.
Oh, yeah, that's right. How could I forget the golden boy himself, your favorite nephew, Ethan? He's the one who turned you against me, isn't he?
What I think you should do is I think you should call him and
Oh, your families must be so thrilled.
Oh, they are. Although I am getting a wee bit tired of hearing about the brilliant Crane-Hotchkiss business merger. I mean, why can't they just be happy for us? Because we're in love.
Because that's the way it's always been done, and you know it.
If it were up to your families, they'd probably insist that you get married even if you weren't in love.
Ethan would never do that. I mean, he has a mind of his own, you know. That's why I am so happy, because I know he's marrying me because he completely loves me.
You're sure he's not just saying that to make sure the whole thing comes off more smoothly?
Absolutely not. I mean, anyway, it's more than what Ethan says, it's how he says it. I mean, tell them, Teresa, you've heard the sincerity in Ethan's voice 1,000 times.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll just have to take your word for it.
Not necessarily. Who here has a cell phone with a speaker button? Oh! Now you can all hear for yourselves just how much Ethan loves me.
Hello?
Darling, it's me.
Oh, hi. So, how's the lunch going?
Oh, it's going great. But, sweetheart, I know you were dying to tell me something earlier. What was it?
First you climb, then you rhyme.
It's creepy, isn't it?
Yeah. There was a Tabitha Lennox present at every single one of Harmony's disasters. I mean, Tabitha's ancestors really got around.
I just had an idea. You know the old ruins that were just uncovered up in the hills?
Yeah, I read about it. It was Harmony's original settlement.
Right. Maybe we should go up there and check it out. See if we can find something to use for our paper.
All right. Maybe we'll find out more about Tabitha's ancestors. We can surprise her with it.
And will be mine in 2 minutes' time.
Wow. Princess was a pretty snappy dresser in the day.
I'm not going to stand here and listen to you criticize the one person who has always been in my corner without fail.
Look, you're the one who brought up Ethan in the first place, not me.
Only because I'm trying to make you understand that my family has nothing to do with our situation. All my nephew and brother want is the best for me.
Right, as long as it's not with me. Now, I can't speak for Ethan, but I know why Julian doesn't want us together. Well, he knows if we get together, the truth about my father will come out sooner or later.
He's like a bloodhound, this half-Latin loser. He won't let go of the notion that we did something to Martin Fitzgerald.
He happens to be correct. Get your sister away from him right now.
I can't. She'll be suspicious if I keep trying to break them up. We'll just have to hope that her dismal track record with men overrides her romantic yearnings.
And her ability to recognize a decent member of the male sex when he's staring her right in the face.
Hey, would you at least look at me when you tell me if you've decided if you believe me or not?
I've reached the only conclusion that I can come to. And it has nothing to do with what Ethan or Julian has said or the mistakes that I've made in my past. Because I'm so grateful for all the things that you've done for me since we met. And the number of times that you've saved my life.
Final answer, Sheridan. Is there a chance for us or not?
I know you were frustrated when you couldn't finish what you started earlier, so tell me now. I got the feeling it meant a lot to you.
Well, it does. I didn't want to tell you on the phone, but maybe... What kind of phone are you on?
Cell.
Am I on speakerphone? My voice sounds kind of weird.
Okay, darling, you caught me. Oh, my nosy girlfriends just had to hear what you wanted to say.
No, absolutely not. Look, I've got to talk to you in private. How soon can you get away?
Well, my party's just about over. Why don't you come here?
No, only if I can talk to you alone.
Okay, I'll make sure all the girls are gone.
Bye. Man. Damn, you know, part of me wanted to tell her anyway, but I didn't want to embarrass her with all her friends there. And with Teresa there.
No, man, you did the right thing. I mean, if Teresa were there when Gwen gets the news, Teresa need more than her running shoes to get out of there in one piece. Listen, man, you better get going.
That's just the way Ethan is. He's very private.
Fine for you, but we miss out on this great declaration of love you're sure he's going to give you.
Not if you don't want to. I mean, you could hide and eavesdrop.
Oh, Gwen, maybe that's not such a good idea. I mean, what if Ethan has to say something really personal?
Oh, Teresa, don't be silly. These girls are like my sisters. There's nothing Ethan could tell me I wouldn't tell them anyway. Besides, he probably just wants to tell me how much he adores me and can't bear to be without me. I mean, what else is new, right?
You know what, Teresa, I really gotta go. And if you're smart, you'll do the same thing.
How can I leave, Whitney? Ethan is gonna need me.
Leave, Charity, and come back to me, little pendant. Be mine once more on the count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
You know, I think seeing the site where Harmony was first settled will really help us with our history report.
Maybe we should bring Tabitha with us. I mean, she must know everything about Harmony's past since her ancestor, Tabitha Lennox, was an original settler over 300 years ago.
Debbie, what can we see? Timmy found just what Debbie needs. For puppies.
Look, if you would just admit that you said you were using me, then we could get past this. We could move on.
Now what's happening?
It's do or die time, Father. Sheridan's about to tell Louise if there's a chance for a relationship.
Sheridan, look, I would give anything to be able to tell you what you want to hear. I pretended there was some night a few months back that I was craving your family's money and power enough to even consider using you. But that didn't happen. Now, it's not in me to lie. Even if lying means getting the thing that I want most in the world. Now, look, you don't deserve someone who lies to you. You deserve much, much better. Let it be me or not. It's your call. Hey! What you doing?
Well, I'm going home.
Well, come on. I'll give you a lift.
Oh, so I see you got an old motorcycle for yourself?
Gets me around. So, how about it? Look, honest. I don't bite. Look, I swore I wouldn't bring this up again, but, something has obviously changed your mind about me. Would you mind telling me what it is? Okay. Well, you sure don't want to ride? I mean, it looks like the sky's about to break open any minute.
Look, I'll be fine.
So, you'd rather get wet than sit behind me on a motorcycle?
I'm sure the bus will be along any second. I'm fine.
Suit yourself.
Don't do this, Gwen. It's not right to let everyone eavesdrop on a private conversation.
Oh, Teresa, normally I would agree with you 100%. But these girls, they're like my sisters. I mean, there's nothing that Ethan could say I wouldn't want them to hear.
Gwen is going to be devastated when I tell her I've fallen in love with Teresa and I'm calling off the wedding. Oh, it's just a good thing Teresa's not here. Gwen would tear her to pieces.
Oh, he's coming. Everyone out of sight. Darling, we're alone. Finally.
Are you sure? Is there anybody else here?
No, Teresa left with my girlfriends.
Good. Because what I want to say to you, I don't want anyone else to hear.